to be very, very comfortable and to feel safe. Advocate, educate, elevate is the motto of Nina's bag. Advocate, educate, elevate. And I truly believe that you're going to be educated and elevated, hopefully, from this event, from this episode. Thank you so much. So I'm blessed to have, oh, sorry, my beautiful co-host.
Okay.
I want to introduce
It's
her
okay.
first before we introduce a guest.
Yes.
Melissa
Hi,
Fisher.
everyone. I'm Melissa, author of Where Pain Meets Power, which you can purchase on Amazon. Thank you,
Beautiful
Nina,
author.
for having me.
She's an author, but she's also a speaker.
Yes.
And we're going to go on a journey with that, and I'm really excited because she was one of the most powerful speakers at an event that we just had, and you did a great job. I wanted
Well,
to
you've
make
always
sure I said
inspired
that.
me, the way that you handle
You did
yourself
it like
very
you've
well.
been a reporter for like 20 years. You did that so well. It was so smooth. I was like so proud. And
thank you.
Yeah, and uncomfortable topics are uncomfortable, but some people really are uncomfortable speaking in front of a camera. But you did great. So, to keep that positivity going, we have a beautiful young lady and her beautiful mom here
Truly
to talk
amazing.
with us today. Yeah. We have Sterling, and I've been calling you Sterling's mom.
Liz.
Sterling's mom, Liz. Sterling is from Greene County, correct?
Yes.
You guys are from Greene County. They were at an event that I had recently, and they sat up front at the event, and I don't know what drew me to them. I don't know. Every time I went to the mic to speak, I kept feeling drawn to them too, before anybody even said anything. And then by the end of the event, I knew why. We were talking, I think the last speaker talked about human sexuality, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Not human sexuality, human sex trafficking, which is a very, very common thing that happens, and it happens under the noses of almost every community. And I think that we need to, I actually wore a bracelet that actually signifies, and I'm going to give you this bracelet. It says, domestic violence awareness, and the most important thing is end the silence. End the silence. And that's what we're going to do today. So, Sterling, I love your name.
Thank you.
Yeah, every time I said your name, when I wrote it in my phone, I was like, this is such, how'd you get that name for her?
She didn't. I chose it.
I love it.
Bear the burden. Like Ubaka, the young lady, I was not able to carry my
relatable
name anymore.
Beautiful.
Because he decided to take it, and I was like, you know what, I can make a name for myself.
How did you get Sterling?
It means of high quality.
And that you are.
Amen.
That you are.
Wow. I was like, yeah.
You're very inspirational, not just to people that are going to hear this today, but you're inspirational to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, my mother used to say, there but by the grace of God go I, which means that could be me that happened to. And it did happen to me. So, so how'd you pick Sterling though? You were looking at names?
Yeah, I kind of just
different.
went through a bunch of different names. I went through a phase where I was very anti-feminine, and like I needed to be like super masculine and everything, so I was going through 25 names because of what happened to me. So I kind of just stumbled on it. I used it for a little bit, and then I'm like, meh.
Did you feel it?
And then I got it back, and then I spelled it different. And then I was like,
how do you spell it?
I spelled it with an I first, and then I changed it to the E, and then I'm like, that one feels right.
I love it. I love
that
the
one
spelling
feels
and
right.
everything. That's crazy. Wow, so much meaning. I've been dying to ask you about your name. I was like, how cool is her mother to name her that? And wow, you even picked a name that was meaningful. So I'm so aghast at your strength, but I know it was a process for you to get there.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, but still, I think, but the thing that's most surprising to me is I see teaching. I see you elevating other people because of your maturity. You're so mature. Like, you did what her book says. Can you show
I
your
was
book
just going to
again?
say, you took your pain and turned it into...
You did exactly
power.
that.
Yeah.
Where
you
pain meets
got it
power.
that night. Yes.
And how hard is that to do? That's incredibly hard to do. Most people fold. People that have had traumas happen to them end up becoming that sometimes. There's all different routes that can be taken, but wow. I want to talk about...
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20.
Amazing.
Wow.
I just turned 20 last month.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into your story then so they can understand it more.
So before we do that, I just want to do a little bit of a build up. And I'm sorry, I know I babble sometimes. When you actually do this going forward, please remember Nina's bag and how important it is to talk about mental health. As you and I were talking about that before we came on camera, and I'm always trying to encourage that because part of your healing has been
definitely
mental health.
Yeah.
And this
get the therapy you think you need. Get them. If somebody says you need to take meds, take the meds. Do not think that you're bad for it. Do not think you're weak for taking them.
From the mouth of a babe, that's
like,
crazy.
I took so many different meds, and finally I found the one that works for me.
It's a tweaking process, right? Yeah,
big time.
My nephew has to take medication, and I remember going through things with my sister, like of us being afraid of his reactions, and I was like, it's probably his meds. They have to tweak it. It's very important. But I love what you said. Don't be afraid that. Don't think you're bad because you have to.
Right. Don't listen to society's takes on that.
Stigmas are crazy. They hold people back from healing.
Medication is a lifesaver. Can be a lifesaver. For me, it definitely was a lifesaver.
I remember when kids were in school. There was a thing, if somebody's ADHD, don't give them any meds. And that probably was very true at an earlier stage. But I have someone that's very close to me that told me that their son was given ADHD, that they decided to do it, and their son is the coolest kid in America. And he said that's because of his meds. It levels him out. So I'm going to piggyback on what you said. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. When it comes to mental health, don't be afraid. So now we're going to jump in. Sorry, Melissa. I just want to put
you're fine.
About mental health. Yeah.
I just really can't wait to hear her story.
Yeah. So who is Sterling and Liz? Sterling's mom. What a title.
It is a title. I'm so proud of it.
I love your closeness. Just speaking with you before.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is so nice. You so positive with your mom and everything. Seeing that, it's rare to see mother and daughters like that.
I think it's because she believes in her therapy, and she recognizes that her mother was traumatized. If you domestic violence affects not just a person that's being violated. It affects the whole family, you know, and she knows that from her therapy, I think. Beautiful. So were you in Greene County when you actually how old were you? Let's start there, I guess.
So when the whole situation started exactly happening, I was 3 years old, and it lasted until I was 13 when I was able to pull myself from the situation. The courts did not help me, and I had to pull myself from the situation.
I want you to talk in your mic and say what you just said, because that piece, the last thing you said, causes more trauma.
I had to pull myself from the situation because the courts decided that it was not their job to help me, and I had to tell the judge that I was no longer going to visit or see my father.
And thankfully, based on her strength of being able to go there, I was finally awarded sole custody.
So there was that battle with the custody thing, which happens so much in these cases. Like the child that's being violated is consistently put back in the hands of that father.
Yes, it's so very true.
I have a friend that is going through custody, has been going through custody, several friends. And one of the traumas to the kids, they might not even say anything. They might even hold it until later in life. The person that actually violates one person is probably more apt to do it. It's not just that one occurrence. You know what I mean? So when the court, unfortunately, says we're going to give both parents custody because we believe that's the right thing to do, you're putting that child back into the same trauma repeatedly, over and over and over. And you're giving him strength.
Exactly. He's thinking, I can get away with this, or I can do this. They're looking away. They're letting me do this.
Right. So, I mean, for a child going to court and thinking, all right, these people are going to see what happened to me, and having the court say, well, this is being investigated and we have to determine. But there's so many factors that people should be able to see. Like the fear that a child has when you push them towards the father or the mother, whoever it is that's violating them. When you push that child towards that person that's violating them, you can see the reaction. And social services, social welfare should actually notice things like that.
When I was little, I had such bad night terrors that I had to sleep with my mother until I was like 7, and she has told me that I literally rose from the bed, ran to the edge of it, and tried to jump off in my sleep.
Which brings me again to mental health, suicidal.
And I was probably 3 when that happened.
That's crazy. That becomes a solution for many, unfortunately, because they're not being protected.
No, right, exactly.
When they take the authority from the parent that is the parent that really wants to protect you, and they give it to the one that hasn't, it's a helpless.
It's like, what are you doing to me? Why are you doing this to me?
Right.
It's not fair.
My child actually thought for many years that maybe I didn't love her.
Because she wasn't doing the same thing.
Because I wasn't hurting her.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll try not to.
Holy cow. Well, we're going to definitely cry. I'm a crier. I'm letting you know right now. Whoever don't like it, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You know what's really sad, though? Just hearing you speak about this and hearing other people speak about certain situation, the justice system has definitely failed.
Oh, they have failed so many children.
Yes, and I'm sorry. Kids at such a young age being traumatized and not having protection. You're told to go to the authorities and and they're supposed to listen.
It's sunk into these systems, like what you were trying to develop or improve a system that was not thinking about the people that it was supposed to serve. You know what I mean? Imagine a child, for her to say she was 3.
Yeah, and you get a law guardian, and what was.
So the law guardian can no longer legally practice in New York States.
Her last law guardian,
right, the first law guardian that I ever had can no longer practice in New York State because of me. Several other people I've heard complain about him, but he kept going. He was in cahoots with my father. So law guardians are supposed to be neutral. They're supposed to meet the child at like a park,
right now.
at like a school. He did not do that. He met me solely at my father's house.
Never met me once.
And then my father was able to give my Aunt Mary, who worked in a hospital. She's not a nurse or anything. She says she is, but she's nothing. She was able to get drugs from said hospital. So I was given anesthetics and sedatives, and I was molested by my law guardian.
So that was a lot, and we're gonna dissect it because people don't know. We know a little bit about your life's injustice because it was more than just one thing. It was so many different things. Courts, your parent, and then
Child Protective Services,
CPS, whoever, and whoever actually brought medicine into the equation, because a very, very good friend of mine who I love dearly is going through that, where one specific person that's in the justice system in this county has so many cases, but they're afraid to speak up.
Because look what happens.
Exactly.
Who are you speaking up to? You're speaking up to
the person that's hurting you.
But you know what?
And they all work together. I'm sorry, but the attorneys, the judges, they're all friends. And I'm not saying all judges and attorneys are wrong.
No, obviously not.
I'm not saying that at all. But when you go to seek help.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what Nina's Bag is about. Speaking up about the things that sometimes people are afraid to talk about. So I'm hoping that the audience, I'm hoping that anybody that you know, ask them to subscribe, because then they can actually look at this video again. They're going to know somebody that's affected by this. Everybody, every family knows somebody that's affected like this. And that's kind of crazy in itself.
Families shouldn't have to go through this. No. Kids should not have to be. You're 20 years old. You've been through the justice system since you were 3?
Since I was born. Yeah, my father served my mother custody papers on her first Mother's Day.
The day before, because Mother's Day is on a Sunday. I got them on a Saturday, and we were supposed to be meeting up to discuss our future as a family. Yeah. That didn't happen because when I
level of deviance is crazy.
And then she, of course, was the greatest human being and celebrated Father's Day in an amazing way and gave him everything he could have ever wanted, because she's actually a decent human.
Overcomers, when they look back when they were victims, tend to do things because they want the good to happen. I have a friend that actually doesn't talk bad about their father to them when he sex trafficked her.
She never ever talked about, like, she would literally say, are you sure he said it that way? Like, did he mean it that way? And she wasn't trying to, like, deny me or say, like, this isn't happening. She was just, like, trying to be like, Mother, like, wait a second. Okay, honey, maybe he's just yelling at you because you
she tried to hurt.
Exactly.
She didn't want you to hurt. And if it wasn't that way, she wanted to make sure that she protected you. That's
exactly.
Can I ask you a question?
Thank you.
Seriously.
Liz, can I ask you a question? So who was your support? He had all these people backing him up. Who did you have? Like
My mom and dad and my brother.
Okay.
Wow.
And my best friend.
So this went for a while.
Sandra is a good one.
Yeah.
Were you going to court, having court cases?
A lot.
Did you have therapy? Were you in therapy?
I did go for a little while after the first allegations my child
sometimes.
made. And I'm sorry I keep calling my child.
I love it.
But I needed to know how to co-parent after
Hearing that allegation.
your child accuses the other parent of something so horrific.
Because you
CPS
internalized it.
finds it unfounded.
Did you internalize at first, though? Did you think I failed because I let this happen with me around? Because that is a heavy. My mother did.
You nailed it.
My mother did.
Yeah.
I'm just so relatable to this case, and my mother doesn't even like me to talk about it because sometimes people think that a mother automatically thinks when something goes wrong with their child, it's their
Yeah.
fault. It's their fault.
And I always tell her, don't feel guilty, because you actually kept going to the court systems and being like, hey, what the fuck? Even though
Good.
they said to her,
See,
if
that's
you
their
keep
strength.
trying, I will take sole custody from you, or custody from you and give him sole custody. They threatened
So
her
you
with
back
that.
try to
off a
deter
tiny
her.
bit. You stay in the fight, but you may not throw as many punches because you're
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 afraid that you
terrified.
might
You're
make
scared.
her
absolutely terrified.
And you had an attorney, obviously, right?
She did.
Sometimes I did have to represent myself.
thing.
Attorney fees are really expensive.
Expensive. Yep.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are connected too.
The one thing I wanted her to say is, you wrote the orders yourself too, didn't you?
Well, when I was represented, the attorneys, of course, show you the order before they have the judge sign it, and I always had to tweak it because I'm a little anal, and I wanted to make sure everything was covered so we don't have to come back here and do this again.
Remind me of
But it never
Helen.
seemed to end, you know?
And one form can't cover each case that comes.
No.
So I respect what you did
Yeah.
to tweak it.
Yeah.
And all the work that you put into doing it personally yourself, it's funny how one person can actually wave a wand and it can be unaffected.
Yeah.
And of course, or not, for the purpose that you actually took the time to do that, it doesn't get taken the way it should have been taken. And I think that's part of the systematic injustices too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely agree.
when somebody's emotional, when you see, but how do it just baffles me, not just judges, but how do so many people in justice systems see a child? Now, it's one thing when an adult is going through something, but how do they see a child? You must have felt like these people don't care about
So
me.
actually, they never let me in the court. So I was supposed to have a Lincoln hearing, and the judge was like, we don't want to traumatize the child more.
Honest.
That's like almost verbatim
That's
what he
another
said.
way.
We don't want to traumatize the child. Excuse
That's
me.
a tool.
Wait, hold on a second. So they knew about the accusations and they
Oh,
kept
absolutely.
sending you back to your dad.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. The judge.
Yes.
This judge has since been deceased. I'm not going to say anything about that, but my father supplied him with pornography of me.
Wow.
So that's how he was able to be like, oh yeah, no, she can keep going. She can keep going. She can
Is
keep
this
going.
a little tiny community?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Things happen like
Very
that.
much so.
Doesn't make it right. So what was the actual allegation? What was?
So I had stated to my mom that my father had touched me. And then, for whatever reason, I couldn't say my father anymore, so I called it Hook. I don't know what that is. I still don't know.
Can I interrupt one moment?
Of course you can.
The very first time you told me and you came forward with it was when you were 3.
Right.
My daughter had a lot of UTIs, and at one point she had a yeast infection as a 3-year-old. Doctor thought maybe it was from bubble baths, so on and so
tried
forth, you know, so
stopping it,
let's stop
didn't
the
work.
bubble baths. I made a concoction to help her private area when
Right,
it
as
was
mums do.
More
irritated.
soothing, right?
Some, Desitin and some
All the
Neosporin.
stuff, Mom.
We try.
So I went, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Go to apply it. She freaked out like Reagan in The Exorcist. I mean, it was really, it scared the living daylights out of me.
From what the topical solution, or because you were touching her?
I think because I started to apply the topical solution, and she stood up and she said, "Don't touch me, don't touch me." I'm like, "Honey, it's the same medicine I make all the time."
And you were probably like trying to figure out why.
I'm like, what is going on?
But
then
never would
she
you have thought that.
Grabbed her fists, stuck them down here. She said, "Don't touch me. Daddy hurt my pee-pee with a stick," and she just urinated all over my bed.
And
as
at
a
3,
mom,
you were
when you heard that,
able
what
to
were
say
your
that?
first? What do
My
you?
first feeling was, I can't tell you because I don't want to go to jail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't know you then, because I probably would have helped.
I know. That was my first thing.
She had to remove herself from the situation and let my grandmother step in because she needed to go smoke. If she didn't, she was going to.
The next day, her grandfather found a woman, an attorney, and we contacted that attorney right away.
Where was her dad? In the house with you?
No, thank God. He lived with his mother.
He lived at home with his mother. I lived with my parents. Thank you. The funny thing is, my parents, when I was pregnant, had asked him to move in with us so we could save up money and be a family. But that never happened. Thank goodness.
So wait, you were living with your mom. He was living with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
But his mom asked you to move in with them?
My family
was going to let him move in.
into our home. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long were you with him before, like, you had a child?
It was very quick. I'm an old mom. Wasn't supposed to be able to have children.
Yeah, she had me when she was 38.
Yeah. It was a very big blessing and surprise.
Oh, she's a gift.
Yeah. She's beyond a gift. And so it was exciting.
Like, probably magical. Like, oh my goodness, I didn't think I could do this.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Look at your smile on your face. I love that.
My anesthesiologist, because I had a C-section, said to me, "Are you ever going to stop smiling?" I'm like,
wow.
No.
That's I love that part of it.
Yeah. And I love the story of her doing labor before she got the C-section because she didn't make a sound. She literally, the only thing she ever said was to her midwife, "Shut the fuck up for a second." And she said that in the quietest, most polite way she ever
So you hold pain. You hold a lot of pain.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I do.
Because delivery is probably one of the most, they say a woman is closest to death delivering a child.
And she never made a sound.
Wow.
And that was from my mom to her ears when she was older. Before my mom passed, she shared that with Sterling.
And my father apparently wasn't very helpful in labor either. Like, you're not supposed to eat or whatever when you're in labor. She wanted a tiny little piece of a
These are funny stories.
Right? She wanted a tiny little piece of it, and she ate it. My father comes in. She's like, "Please don't tell the nurses." What does he do?
Of course he
goes right out.
As to her trauma. As to her delivery trauma.
It was this big, bro. It was that big. Like, leave me alone. Let a woman live, man.
Where'd you meet him?
Online. Don't do it.
Well, some of the most beautiful things happen.
Endorsement from Match.com. Y'all do it.
Stop.
Oh my God.
No.
I'm horrified of that myself. But
yeah,
young people today, they don't go to bars and
I know.
hang out.
I know.
That's how they meet people.
Yep.
Like from another state. Or it happens so often. I mean, I've even seen like women 40, 50 meet the love of their life online. So
it can happen. I know. I'm just
I ain't
busting.
doing it. I don't
but
care how good it sounds.
It's too scary.
We all fall for the nice things that people say when your heart is broken.
Yes.
And you want someone to heal you. So
yes.
You fall for.
Very, very much so.
It was very charming too.
Yes.
I guess.
You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful.
You've nailed
Isn't
it.
Isn't she beautiful though? And she hates it. I'm sorry that I.
No.
You are. Like, I'm looking at your passion when you're speaking to me. I'm like, Melissa's such a beautiful person, outside and in.
Thank you. You are too.
You're doing affirmations. That's beautiful.
Boom. Look at that. And I'm not even trying to.
Do that too.
I'm not even trying to.
Exactly.
So I'm going to take this back deep again.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're blessed to have you. Because there's somebody that's going to see this that's going to say, I can
relate.
I don't. I never told anybody things like that happened to me. But isn't there healing when you do it?
It took me so many years to get to the place.
I had to because me
I
too.
broke. I literally had to rebuild myself. I broke.
That's the potter's house.
Do you know how much strength that takes to rebuild yourself?
Yeah.
And did you go into total isolation, just like?
Oh yeah.
I dropped out of high school. I got very, very, very sick. I was like 310 pounds, and over a month, I lost like
50 pounds.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Because I didn't eat anything for a month.
Dangerous. How? So this is even. I want people to understand how much the trauma affects people. So way after we have, we're past the point of being abused physically.
It crashes you after, like when you step yourself out of that situation,
Mm-hmm.
you don't realize that all that adrenaline
Was
is
keeping
gonna
you.
hit you and be like, oh, now I have to stop. And what do I do? I'm not in survival mode anymore. I'm not in fight or flight anymore.
I want to
But
talk
I have
about
all
that.
this bottled up, this built up energy that I had to deal with.
Because you
What do I
can't
do with it.
When it's happening, you don't really get a chance to deal with it because
Exactly.
Don't grieve.
fear
Exactly.
stifles people. I mean, children, people in general.
Mhm.
Fear stifles you. Did you feel like, so you mentioned something before, and I'm going to go deep, and if it's too deep, you just let me know.
I don't know.
Because I think that this is helping you, me, your mom, Melissa,
Everybody out there.
to understand how crazy this is. Because sometimes when you don't experience it, it's hard to even fathom. Like when,
Yeah.
so the deep thing is, you mentioned, she said to you, Daddy did something to me with a stick. So he was using objects on a baby, on a child. 3.
Yes.
On a child. So the fear, and that's why she had injury in her private parts, because you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter what we teach our kids. You could say, don't, if anybody touches you in the wrong way, blah, 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 blah. But it was her father.
So how do you tell when it's your dad?
How do you even, like,
do you
it's
even
hard to
fathom
separate.
that? Like,
And
You
that,
know what it is? Some kids also think it's normal at such a young age
That's-
because they think that
My
I literally
father-
thought my mother didn't love me because she wasn't doing what my dad did. Like I was so confused because
that's
he was,
so deep right there.
Yeah.
like I was like,
Because you thought that was normal.
yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
why isn't she touching me like that? Why isn't she doing what he's doing? Like does she not love me? What? That's so confusing.
Oh, I just thought about something. He must have talked to you because as a child,
Oh,
to
absolutely.
make you feel comfortable, he made it seem normal. And the reason
He
why
would
I'm
be
saying
like,
that,
I can give you chocolate. I can't eat chocolate anymore because it makes me violently ill. He'd be like, oh, I can.
The
take
effects
you
are
here and there and
heavy.
the other place, and I'd be like, okay. But as I grew up, it stopped being so sweet and being like, you're gonna do it, or you're gonna get something else.
wow, you are such an amazing woman. Oh my God.
You really are. I don't
Thank
know if
you.
you
You are
realize it.
such an amazing woman. Not just because you are an overcomer, but because
I love your depth.
Thank
I
you.
love
her
you
depth.
think,
That's what
yes.
it is. It's your depth. It's crazy.
Thank you.
You're someone I could talk to all day because you have that.
But her mother makes it her comfortable to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't think I would have been
That's
here
so
in
much
this
help for her.
situation or like been able
Yeah.
to live without my mother.
Mm.
Like I
You
think
know-
I would have killed myself if I didn't have the mother that I did.
My son used to say that to me all the time. He used to say if it wasn't for you, your support. Like he used to write me stuff all the time and say it's because of you. And I used to say, I'm pretty sure you probably have said it to her. No, you, because
She
he
does that
inspired
all
me
the time.
because he would like joke about certain situations and stuff. But just you are the one that has to get out of that bed every day.
Yeah.
You're the one that has to face people. You're the one that has to go to therapy. Not me. Yes, I'm there to support you, but you're the one doing it. You could just say, I don't want to deal with this. I'm just going to hide in my room and don't
Her
want to deal with
therapist is
anything.
amazing.
But the
though.
mothers never even realize how much they've gone through as well. Like
Right.
not just the kids, like obviously you're abused, you're horrified, you're like you've gone through this, but like your mother is sitting behind you being like, what the hell can I do for you? I can't do anything. I can't take you. I can't run away with you. She literally was thinking about doing the Underground Railroad, the children's Underground Railroad.
I want to. I mean, I
I think
understand.
that's
her.
The
hardest
truth. I'm
part
like, what do I
being a
do?
child.
Because the helplessness when you go to court,
Yeah.
you thought you were doing the right thing by actually bringing light to this.
Yeah.
When the system protected him and continued to let her be
Continues.
around him.
Yep.
So he was able to harm her longer.
Yep.
He got 3 weekends a month and every other Wednesday. And then
When
a
he
week-
got those weekends, was he apprehensive with you?
No. He knew what he wanted to do, and I think he had it planned from the beginning.
Some people, some men and some women are weird too. It's not just men.
Oh no, I was abused by women too, absolutely.
They have a thing, weird thing that they want to do, and they set things up. And people that they actually come in contact with don't realize. Mm-hmm. My father took me to a park. I was in college. Mm-hmm. I went to school at 16 just to get away from everything. Mm-hmm. And he lived in Albany at the time, but I figured I could disconnect because I went to Albany State and he lived in Menands on the outskirts.
Right, so you're like miles away, you think.
But my mom didn't understand how. She thought that, if something happened, she was very protective of me, believe it or not. And then she thought that my father would be able to, I had somebody I could get to. One time I allowed myself to go with him, and he took me to a park at night because he told me that we were going to go out. He was taking me to eat, and I was so poor at school that I should take those little crumbs, even though I couldn't stand him.
Affection. It was like, can you give me that? Can you now actually be a father? Can you do that for me?
Oh, and it was such a, it was part of him planning. So when we got to the park, he told me how normal. I'll never in my life forget this. He said, do you know, he threw his pimp talk on me. Mm-hmm. He said, do you know how many fathers deal with their daughters? He said, this happens all the time. He tried to make logic out of it. And I was scared because I didn't know where I was. It was dark. But what my mother put in me, because my mother, we should think my mom was the strongest woman in the world. Mm-hmm. I said, if you don't get me the fuck out of here. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know where I was to try, because I thought about, do I jump out and run? Where do I run? I'm in a park, and I don't see anybody.
Where am I? Which park am I at?
I don't even know what park I'm at. Exactly. He knew it.
Am I still in Albany even?
And exactly. Plus, so father figures are very strong, intimidating. I don't know what your dad looked like built-wise. You're only 16.
He looked like Al Sharpton when he used to be fat.
My father was like
really?
500 pounds, so I was
so
like...
that's...
I couldn't do jack.
But I remember thinking, I don't have nothing to lose because he's never going to touch me. And I only dealt with being touched. It wasn't anything where he penetrated me with his finger. I know that's gross, but it's necessary. He just touched me. And I was like probably 6.
You're making light of it.
Than what it was.
He didn't just do it. He did it.
But what I'm saying is, I didn't know. I thought that he no longer had that in him. Your mind does weird things to you. It does weird things to you.
Just
so
because he did it once, maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe he just was
did it a couple times. Like, eh. Yep. And I remember when I finally told my mother, I felt like I did something wrong. Mm-hmm. Yep. So did you feel that?
Oh yeah, all survivors that I've talked to, my friends and I absolutely are like, yeah, no, we felt like we did something wrong. The shame, the embarrassment, and it takes years to get out of that mindset.
It took me a long time to ever be able to sit and talk about it.
Oh yeah.
I started doing domestic violence, getting women to speak. When I found out that certain women had experienced it, I got them to speak, and that's kind of how I started doing this. And mental health was another thing, because people portray that they got it together. Everything is good. I'm good. And I think that sometimes we do that as a safety mechanism or something weird like that. And I realize that until you deal with those things, until you get to the point where you are, like you're dealing with those things and you're dealing with a therapist, and you didn't deal with it one time and you were better. Doesn't happen like that.
Oh, God, no.
You go to your therapist and you like your therapist. I'm not in therapy right now because I don't feel the safety.
You haven't clicked.
I just might have found a place that might have it in Newburgh because I want someone of color. It has to be somebody relatable
I needed
to
somebody
you.
quick.
See, and that it has to be somebody relatable to you for you to even feel safe. Yep. Plus, I do all these things out in the public, so I didn't want somebody to take what I was saying to them and take it somewhere else. And here I am, I'm blabbing it on Nina's bag.
That's why I like therapy. There's a signed contract. They can't release
exactly.
That's right.
So I like
when
that.
people when people say they can't, it reminds me of how people used to say about law enforcement or judges or lawyers.
They can't do that.
They can't. There's no they.
Nope.
Like the system that you were dealing with. They're not supposed to do that. I feel so naive to even use that kind of terminology now because a lawyer is actually hurting those 10 cases right here. making their kids be put on medication when they never were before. Like, yep.
Can I ask you, so when you started going to school, did you start talking to your teachers and asking them? I mean, well, telling them what was going on?
With preschool, when I was like in daycare, I did tell my daycare teacher that my father had touched me at that point. And because I had trusted her. When I was in preschool, I said some stuff, but then after that, because nobody cared,
it made you feel
listening, I was just like,
why bother?
Why bother?
This is what it's going to be.
Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to listen. I've told CPS 500 times. I've told the judge 500 times.
What did CPS say when you told them? Because that's Child Protective Services.
So there must have been.
Yeah, baby. There's a lot of stuff with CPS. With CPS,
was it green where you lived?
Mm-hmm. So we have a paper from a doctor stating that I was sexually abused.
Did you get it from the state?
We had a sheriff's department. We had an investigator with us who made me take her to Albany Med.
Because they do a test to determine that.
The whole point, the reason why I went there is because I had I believe she was a forensic psychologist, and I had disclosed to her because I was supposed to go to her for the court, because the court was like, okay, let's
How old were you at that time?
I was probably 3 or 4 at that time, like when this time frame was happening.
Your memory's crazy.
And then, so what happened is she called CPS, and CPS goes, we can't take the case. What do you mean you can't take the case? This child's saying she's sexually abused. Oh, we have too many cases. Wow. What?
Oh, I just saw this thing on TV.
For my child, honest to God. Wow. There were too many cases for her.
For me specifically.
How, as a mom, the rage, and you're being kind of handcuffed basically by the system. Mm-hmm. So you're like, if I flip out, they're really going to take her from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you react, they use it against you.
Yes.
Right.
That is so wrong.
You don't want to cry. You don't want to smile. You don't want to, because like, what are they thinking like about me?
They're going to make
they make you paranoid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I would have been
they
locked
hold
up.
all the power, and you're just.
I would have been locked up.
The only reason she wasn't is because my grandmother was always like, "What would she do with a mother that was locked up? She would be given to him."
That's something to keep you.
You kind of
God bless your
going
mom.
back and the system.
She
and
was
that's
awesome.
what I want to know. So
she must have been awesome for you to have.
She really was.
Did the exam on you?
Because it's like
she was great for Sterling too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
And then they wrote in the paperwork that you were sexually abused.
Mm-hmm.
The release and discharge papers.
Back to my dad.
Back to your dad. How does that even happen?
It was unfounded. CPS. Unfounded.
CPS was a
clinic. It was
clinic.
unfounded CPS, so that's why. Doesn't matter that the doctor found it. It was unfounded CPS. Because CPS members.
They went to interview your father, and he convinced him that this was some big lie.
They gave him a lie detector test, and he took drugs to pass it. My mother had to take. I had at that point myopathy. Yeah, he was given
lifetime.
Drugs,
like a lifetime.
Drugs. He was given, and my law guardian was sat right next to him whilst he took it. And when I was 3, I have this memory in my mind that my law guardian was at my father's house, and they did a practice lie detector test, so he would pass it.
Whew, that
my
law
mother
guardian
was found unfounded because you're supposed to do it in the morning.
Inconclusive.
You're supposed to do it normal, relaxed. This woman had to take me to the doctor that day, okay, because I toe walked. I had an issue, and we didn't know what was going on.
Imagine her traumas.
So we had to be up there to Albany. I had to get my kid back from Albany back home.
To go down here to Kingston to take the test.
Then I had to come back down to Kingston to take the test. They made me wait an hour before they gave me the test.
Your nerves are probably done.
Shot at that point. I'm
take
tired.
In the morning, you're not supposed to have coffee or anything. She'd already had that. And
it was the end. It was almost the end of the day.
Yeah.
She was not given a second chance to take another one.
I didn't have to. The trooper that conducted it said if I was called to court on this, I would have to say you're believable. But I said, but you don't understand. This can be used now, and then nobody's going to believe my kid.
Everything that you guys went through, whether it was going to court, whether it was taking her to a clinical psychologist, whether it was taking her for physical testing, all of those things cause another level of sinking, it sounds like.
Yes.
Like you're just sinking and sinking and sinking. And court, like, okay, if you were 3, how long did that happen? Like, did it last years?
So I
'Cause
was
it can.
3 when the trafficking started itself, and then I was 13 when I pulled myself from his.
You were 3 and being trafficked.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think
Absolutely.
that happened until later.
Oh no, I was 3. I was absolutely 3.
Oh, you're gonna have me cussing on here, cause like.
The youngest I remember that I was touched was I was probably 3, 4 hours old.
So can we talk about that?
Yeah.
How did a man so sick in the mind, with his own selfishness, pass you off to somebody else? I'm surprised. Not surprised, but I'm just
flabbergasted.
He liked
I
the
guess
money.
that's the word. Like,
He liked the money.
so
He liked the money that he got from it, and he also
very important point.
he got aroused from seeing me be hurt by other men and women. He liked
Whoa.
that.
So Alicia is a speaker on sex trafficking,
Mhm.
and
I've met her. Yeah, she's very sweet.
yes, her husband wanted her to be with black men, with men of color only. He chose who he wanted her to be with. He went on a site and told them, he pretended to be her.
Rape fantasy. Let me do that. Yeah.
He pretended to be her, set her up with these guys, took her to hotels. She only saw him pass money once, but evidently he was paying him, because who's just going to believe that, you're her husband? There are people that do that. Okay, fine. He would get another room and film her with the guy.
Mhm.
And I told her, I said, Alicia, he's gay. He's not accepting it, but he's gay.
I
And he
also
let-
had that feeling in my
And he likes black men. And I know this is being recorded. It is what it is. I'm not scared.
honesty.
Like, because the sickness being, stop the violence is a way of saying we got to stop protecting the person that's hurting
Yeah.
people.
We have to get involved with the justice system. This justice system is
This
totally
justice system
ruining
is
these-
built to protect predators.
Well, unfortunately,
It makes me so sick because these children, like, if anything, I'm
your
passionate.
agency is designed to protect them.
Oh yeah.
And,
And because
Somebody
of everything
knows
I went
somebody
through.
that's up in a higher rank, and then they all.
Well,
Your
people-
dad knew. Obviously,
My
People are
father knew
people.
police officers. He knew firefighters. He was a volunteer firefighter.
when he trafficked you, what kind of people?
Anybody really? So he wasn't specific. He didn't really care. He even trafficked me to women.
So he would take you somewhere?
Yes, I was sex trafficked in 6 different states.
The legal, so I just want to touch that. New York State has a 5-year, I don't know what you want to call it.
Statute of limitations.
That's
yeah.
it, statute of limitations. But other surrounding states do not. And one of the times Alicia was taken to another state. So I said,
I might have to, because I was taken to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey. And ironically, my mother's family lives in New Jersey, and she was never allowed to take me to New Jersey. Ever.
I had to ask permission if I wanted to
But
take
he
her
took
out of
me
the
and
state
sex
or the
trafficked me down
county.
in New
Even if I
Jersey, where
wanted to
her
go to
family
Columbia
that she was
County
raised
or
with was.
Ulster County, I had to ask permission.
we have to repeat that, because this is not a book. This is not a Lifetime movie. It sounds so bizarre, but I know the realness of it. This child, now what would somebody even be able to do with a 3-year-old?
I don't know. I'm glad I don't.
Right.
They were able to have penetrative sex with me. Very, very painful. Very painful.
And he would be there?
Absolutely. If he wasn't in the room, he would be just kind of screwing other kids.
So they had other kids that were being
Oh, yeah.
trafficked in the same
Absolutely.
vicinity?
I helped a 16-year-old give birth once. When I was 7, she gave birth to her uncle's baby. She almost died. Because I was the only one that was helping her. The men around the room were just kind of staring like,
Like, oh
And I
my
was
God,
just
this
like-
is happening.
she's pregnant. I'm pregnant right now at the point. I'm pregnant too. She's pregnant. I'm pregnant. Like, she's giving birth. I'm like 3 months. Like,
Wait, you were pregnant?
Explain how you knew that, because
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
I was
my biggest.
pregnant.
Wait,
What?
wait. I
Yeah.
want.
I got my
what-
period very, very early because of the trauma I was induced
Right.
upon. So at that point, yes, I was pregnant.
I want people to understand and really focus on the things that are being said, because a lot is being said.
It sounds
and
outrageous.
It sounds bizarre, but right
Yeah.
here, and I live in Kingston, New York. I guarantee you there's human sex trafficking here. I've said it a million times. Communities of color are affected, especially people that are...
The little girl, the 16-year-old that was giving birth,
You're
was
so
a black
intelligent.
woman.
Yeah, it's very disproportionate,
black
but
girl.
it doesn't justify anything being done to anybody, white, green, blue.
But the fact that you know that... I saw being trafficked with me were black girls and boys.
That's right.
The 16-year-old, like
you
I said, that was giving birth
intelligent.
was black.
You're so intelligent because many times they're targeted because they believe that they can't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Latino people, Latino women are a big part of sex trafficking.
I had a couple kids who were like illegally from Mexico, or and they were terrified because they're like, my dad's doing this to me. My dad's white. He can say anything and get me or my mom shipped right back. Like, right. I don't want to say anything because God forbid.
Right. They were horrified. And that this happens so much that people don't realize it. And that's why it was so important to me to have you on the show, because to know that what we see on TV really happens and worse. For you to be in a room with other young kids that are being trafficked at the same time in the same room at the same place.
But you have to understand, when things don't affect people, they don't care about what's happening to somebody else.
They see the headlines of the murders and the rapes, and they're like, oh my God, that's horrible. Scroll.
Exactly.
And that's people that are unwanted or from target populations, and they don't really want to, like...
Exactly, like the disproportionate evidence, this is all I can say against, like, people of color for this is astonishing, because the most amount of people that I was sex trafficked to and by were white cisgender men,
because they are the ones on the receiving end.
And
quite
because
often
they think they can get away with it,
right? And they don't look at people of color as equal.
No, they did not.
Worth.
I think that's why they kind of just stood around while the girl was giving birth, like, oh, if she dies, she dies. Oh well.
She was 16.
She was 16.
And she gave birth right there in the room where you guys were?
Oh, yeah. Probably took 3 hours, and I was kind of just... I'm like I said, I'm heavy set at that point because I'm pregnant, and I'm, like, bending over. I'm having a hard time. And I'm, like, kind of looking to my dad, like, can you help me? I'm looking to her uncle, and I'm being like, can you help me? And I'm just like...
This poor girl's probably screaming.
Oh, she was...
She's never... It sounds like that was her first time.
That was the first baby she ever had. She had 7.
Oh, so they had her there and they were doing stuff with her and she just happened to go into labor?
Yeah, so there was a man that was having sex with her and he induced labor because of the having sex with her. So she kind of just... He finished having sex with her. He didn't care. So he finished having sex with her and then she went on the floor and she kind of just went, like, in a prone position. And I kind of went over, like, because I'm always kind of walking around seeing if anybody's okay. I'm like, you okay? And she's like, no, my stomach really hurts. There's something wrong. I'm like, oh, maybe it's your appendix, because I'm not thinking this 16-year-old girl is pregnant. She looks heavy set, but anybody can be heavy set. So she pulls her underwear off. She's bleeding. I'm like,
oh my God, he hurt her really bad. You're thinking.
Right. And then I start seeing something, and I'm like, oh God, this girl is pregnant. She's going to give birth to this baby, like, right the hell now. Somebody get an ambulance. No, nobody wanted to go. No.
Because they didn't want the light to be shown. So she delivered that baby right there?
Oh, absolutely. On a rug. In a motel room.
Then they took her to the hospital?
Nope.
Who cut the cord?
I did. With a butter knife from the motel room. I couldn't really figure it out, but I had to. I do not know what happened to the baby. I just know that the baby was taken from her. And that all the babies that she had were taken from her, so I'm not sure if they were adopted out, they were murdered, what have you, because I know several of the young girls who had babies had their babies smothered to death in front of them. So I never gave birth, thank God, because my father kept pushing me down the stairs, punching me in my stomach, shoving hangers inside of me, giving me abortion pills, etc., so he would never be caught. But the girls that did give
Where is your father?
Working for a special needs bus for children.
Wow.
Working for... Currently?
For children.
Currently.
For children.
So he probably has affected, just like I told Alicia, there are many other people that have been affected besides her.
Yeah.
And he probably is just sitting there like, this bitch is lying.
Always. Of course, because it's easy to make a woman look bad.
Oh yeah,
it's easy to. No, you're fine. It's very easy
to make a woman look crazy than to make a man look guilty.
Right.
Because they can keep their composure while you're emotionally.
Well, you're sat here crying.
But the system's designed for them. Yeah. It's not designed for us.
That's exactly
it's a man's world.
Exactly
it. James Brown said
because those women are very emotional, and a lot of us are. We emotionally react, especially when.
And there's nothing we can do about it. It's just biology, and then it's like. She's crying. She's hysterical. She's lying.
Yes.
Like a witch hunt. Like witch.
Yeah.
Like from the 1600s.
My gosh.
Like,
it's sad.
But he's sitting there like this. Oh, I never did that. I never did that, Your Honor. Mm-mm.
And that,
you
Your
believe
Honor?
That?
Right.
Before I got awarded the sole custody.
How old was she when you?
13.
13?
Yeah.
So from 3 to 13, you've seen so much stuff.
This was probably days after my grandmother died, and one of my friends was murdered.
Yes.
So.
That you were close to?
Oh, yeah. I have her name on a bracelet.
Wow.
She's a beautiful human who deserved the absolute world and did not deserve what that man did to her.
Was it involved in a sex trafficking ring or?
He was if I can't have her, nobody can. He was supposed to be her friend. He was 21, she was 17. And he's like, I can't have you. Nobody can. So he had the knife in his car for 6 months. And so they went to a concert, and she kissed another man because she's telling him constantly, I am not your girlfriend. I don't see you that way, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes home. He pulls 10 minutes from her house into a dead end and decapitates her. He calls the police himself. And then he lays on her body and posts pictures of her corpse.
Greene County again.
Utica.
And see, that's another piece to the puzzle. It happens everywhere. Not some places. It happens everywhere.
That case is probably very well known to people. I was just a Discord friend of hers, and she was a very beautiful human being. Her name was Bianca Devins. And she was an absolutely beautiful human being who had
parents and
she had just graduated. She was about to go to school for psychology. They have a scholarship in her name, and she just deserved the world. She was so beautiful.
Say her name one more time.
Bianca Devins.
Thank
Bianca
you.
Michelle
that was beautiful.
Devins.
Wow.
Such a beautiful human.
From 3 to 13, you're seeing so many things. How did you persevere?
I told my father that I would kill myself and make sure it didn't look like an accident.
Hence the 3 hospitalizations that we had for her.
So I
kept crying out for help.
Yeah.
I slept with a knife under my bed when I was in his household, and I told him if sometimes I was so fed up with the touching that I was like, if you touch me, I'll fucking kill myself and make sure it doesn't look like an accident. Don't try me. And the first time I did that was probably when I was 6.
First time you said that.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get, if you were in his house, how did she get to these, to the mental health support? How did she get to the hospitals? Was it when she was back with you?
Yeah.
Because he sure wasn't taking
Oh, absolutely not. He would
No.
pitch a fit if she took me to a therapist.
Right.
Like, he made me stop seeing a therapist.
He was able to control all that.
He actually took me to a therapist. That was not court approved or run by my mother.
So after all the documentations, everything that was documented,
it's the same.
Yeah.
He has not been criminally charged with anything.
No, ma'am.
No, and the last, prior to me getting the sole custody, there was another motion that I made to court, to like, what are we doing here?
Are we putting him back out there to hurt another child?
He was happy to let it all drop if I would drop my allegations, which were never fully mine, because he didn't want to lose his job driving the bus.
That's true.
And I said to my attorney, I don't give a fuck. He's hurting his daughter.
What can he do?
What's he doing to other kids?
Children, like special needs. These kids don't.
That was his offer. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll leave it go, but like, don't say you were raped by me.
Yeah.
When you really were. Sorry.
So were there ever any other cases you said you would be in a room sometimes with other girls that were being trafficked? Did anybody ever come forward during the time that you had your experiences?
Not that I know of, because I was so just in it that I didn't really pay much attention.
You were so focused on
and
your
I was actually drugged for most of the time. So I was on.
How did he drug you?
So my Aunt Mary, she says she's a nurse.
His sister?
Yeah, she's a nurse. She's a nurse. She says she's a bigwig. Blah blah blah. She thinks she is. She works as a receptionist at a hospital, and so she applied him with the drugs, and I was given the drugs. I had an incident when I was 9 years old where I was given the drug that killed Michael Jackson, propofol. It doesn't do much when it's given to you ingested, so he also injected me with a sedative, and I do not remember much of anything that night. All I remember is waking up in a pool of my own blood, bleeding from every orifice in my body, and basically unable to get up, except I was able to get up and call my mother, and it was probably like midnight. And my father got on the phone, because he woke up, and he beat the hell out of me. And I have a knife wound on my thigh from that incident. Yep.
Yeah, there are many on those weekends. I used to get.
That was the last call I ever made to her in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Ever.
So you obviously never slept when
She was with him.
No.
See, I would have. I have another engagement coming up on July 16th. Not today. Today, you guys can have the whole day. That's how much you guys mean to me. July 16th, I'm actually doing a walk for domestic violence and human sex trafficking here. And I'm hoping to start from Midtown, and we're going to go up to Academy Green Park, and I want speakers, and I have to have you speak if you're
I will
up to
absolutely
it.
do that.
You're amazing.
That's actually 2 days after Bianca's anniversary.
Wow.
So that's meant to be.
Wow. Incredible.
And I have to tell you, even as her mom, it's been difficult. You want to believe your child at face value. And you hear this stuff, you say...
Because it's unfathomable.
It is.
It's
And
like,
you also wonder, how did you fall in love with someone that was
Who
so
says she
evil?
was in
Capable, even could think of something like that.
but kids say crazy things.
Yes.
Parents say, wait, say that again. What'd you just say? You know what I mean? Like, I could see a mother initially being like, wait, tell me again. But she made you inquisitive, at least bringing it to you, you know? But it's so hard to even comprehend somebody being able to do the things she's saying. That
I know.
was done to her. You're like...
And that's what I always, like, when people are like, oh, that didn't really happen, you're crazy. Like, I'm like,
Blame
I
the
point to
victim.
actual cases, like, in real life that actually happened. Like, look at Sylvia Likens in the 60s. She was given to somebody for just to watch her, a stranger, and they beat the hell out of her and killed her.
This is part of her healing. I need to know there's other people like me.
Like, it's astonishing.
Oh, there are definitely other people.
Yeah.
It's
like
astonishing,
you,
the
but
cases.
not as beautiful as you, I have to say. You're the first mother,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of. I've been around a lot of kids and parents. I was previously the director of the youth bureau, so I met kids' parents, got their parents to go to mental health support, which was a battle.
Yeah.
But they're not. It's hard for a mother to get past her feeling like she failed to be able to help their child sometimes. And as sick as that seems,
I still do.
My mother did it. My mother wanted to. Once she got my father out the house, she didn't want to, like, it was like hard
Acknowledge
for
it.
her.
It was done. It
Yeah,
was done.
it was
He's
freaking-
out. He's not in my vicinity anymore.
She took it like
Bye.
she did something wrong, and it prevented me from dealing with it. So I
Right,
held
of
it
course.
for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as a parent, for you to be so beautiful to come with your daughter, you know, and have her continue this journey, because this is her journey. It's
Yeah, it is.
absolutely
And
going
you're
to
so
take her to the
young.
moon.
You're so young.
You're going to go to the moon.
Yeah.
I believe in God. The Potter's house means the Potter was a clay maker. I don't know if you guys what your religion is or whatever, but I believe in the Potter's house. Whenever I'm going through something, I say I'm going through the Potter's house. That means you're a clay maker, and when you are going through your trauma, that you're broken down to nothing. So the Potter put a lump of clay, a fresh lump of clay, to build that thing that was broken down so badly and build it into something beautiful and new. So I believe that those traumas are me going through the Potter's house, or you going through the Potter's house. But I honestly see you on stages from here to California, speaking.
You're meant to
saving people. Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a while to actually get to a place where I was able to be like solid in who I am and like as a person, because like so much of my childhood was taken from me that I wasn't able to build myself into a human.
The fact that you are only 20 years old and you went through feeling like you needed to be boyish, you needed to look dykeish.
It was rough.
And they were, because you were trying to, but that's the thing that
I was trying to hide myself because I was like,
if
I don't have this, then nobody can hurt me. Even though at that point I had a boyfriend who actually assaulted me.
God forbid. I can't even understand how. I can't understand how. But the fact that you are only 20 and you progressed, your therapist, I'm taking it back to mental health again, your therapist.
Amazing.
Would your therapist ever come and speak come on and be on the podcast with you?
I'm talking to her tomorrow.
Because I actually had, 2 therapists up from...
I think Liz would actually do that because Liz likes helping people.
Because I want the clinical side, because people...
I will ask her tomorrow for you.
I appreciate it. And whenever it has to be on Thursdays. We always do podcasting on Thursdays. But to have somebody talk about the clinical side of how we get from where you were so violated to where you are now is magic to me. So kudos to this Liz.
Too. You had a lot of work to do, and you're still doing it. You still have lots of work.
But
But
if she didn't have somebody that she believed,
if I didn't have somebody that believed in me,
I don't even know how you trusted anybody even after.
This
You know what I
lady's
mean?
bad.
I don't know exactly because I pulled myself from people a lot. I went through a big time where I was doing drugs, alcohol, anything to numb it.
Of course.
And I didn't really have friends. I didn't have anybody to talk to. And it took me a long time to be like, yo, the drugs were what he did. The alcohol was what he did. Put that to the side. Take
You're
that aspect away.
Supersonic intelligent you are.
You really are.
You're 20 years. I have to tell myself over and over that you're 20 years old.
That's why I asked her how old she was before, because I wanted to know, because I just can't believe the
Yeah, I
fact
turned
that
She
20
had
from
this
you.
beautiful woman right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
had
had that
this-
strong ass woman.
This- this-
that amazing mother.
This is part of why she is.
Oh, absolutely.
The way she is,
Absolutely.
because a lot of, I'm getting chills just from thinking about it. A lot of women, mothers, blame themselves.
But the
Even
fact
when
that
they
she
didn't
was
do
able to
anything
stand
wrong.
as a pillar for me and keep going for me
Yes.
was
Six lines
enough for
strength.
me to be here still.
And she could have
She could have stopped. She could have been like, "Oh, I can't do it anymore. They're gonna take." She kept going. She did not
Believe
give
me,
up.
there were
custody.
days it was like,
But you could have gotten custody and said, all right, at least we're done with this. But you went to that event.
yeah.
And
You kept taking me to therapy.
and Helen, God bless Helen.
I love Helen so
I
much. She's my
love
mom's
Helen.
doctor. I love
my God.
her.
Helen
She's so
called
cute.
me a while ago, and I called, and Helen gave me your number. I said, no, I want her mother's number, because it sounded like you were so young. I was like, as a mother, I want somebody to do this for me. I want to talk to her mom first, and then I'll talk to her. So I was trying to link up with you guys, texting, doing 3,000 things, and then saying, oh my God, I got to get back to them. And for you guys to take it full circle and come to that event.
Yeah, Helen actually was like, "Do you want to come?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Helen
Just
is
try
a
to
gift
see.
from
I
God.
love Helen. Helen's
She's a gift
amazing.
from God. And my friend said, all these people are coming for me. So many people thought, oh, I'm pulling a lot of people in, but no, there was magic. Everybody had their own magic. And even though you were sex trafficked like Alicia, Helen was the bridge to that gap.
Mm-hmm.
Helen was. And
I
she
love
thought
Helen.
enough.
She's so amazing.
She thinks way past being a nurse practitioner.
She took me in front of Karen DeSimone. I mean,
she called me and said, Nina, how do I help this girl? And I was telling her little things to do. I said, but she needs somebody very safe like you. Most people that are clinicians do their job, that's it.
Yep.
She kept telling me, this girl's been through a lot, Nina. She needs advocacy. She needs to be in touch with somebody like you, blah, 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 blah. And I kept, if Helen tells me something, I know she's so intelligent.
Oh, she's
amazing.
She's
She is
methodical, though. So
absolutely
people
amazing.
blow her off and think,
She's tiny. She's little.
what's she
don't
talking
got.
about? She's a little cute little Jewish lady. No, she is a badass. You hear me? She's a badass. She started out in California and went to the target population. She didn't have to choose that.
Nope.
She was an artist first.
Yep.
Yeah.
She could have sailed into the sunset, but she's not selfish.
Nope.
She's thoughtful, and it's just.
And that's
Very,
actually what made me
very-
connect to her was her faith, because I'm like, I'm Jewish too. And then we started talking, and then.
Relatability is so important, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So very important, because she knew that in Jewish families, just like black families and Spanish families, they don't want to really deal with this stuff. So for you to go to a clinician and have that clinician extend herself out, she became support for your mom. Just knowing that she wanted to try to help you.
Yeah, my mom is amazing.
You are amazing.
I think you're all amazing.
I don't think we gave you
No,
enough.
I don't think I'm giving you
Because
guys
this
enough
is a
either.
lot.
Seriously.
This is a lot for a mother, though, to keep going, like to keep standing up. Most mothers just don't want to talk about it anymore.
Well, they step back and are
Well,
like, we're done.
Can I just say something to you? When you were just saying sometimes, with my son, after 2 years of not finding help and just
Yeah.
doctors like looking at you and
Yeah.
never,
Thinking you're nuts.
you're just a patient, a number. I remember being downstairs in my basement. I will never forget it. I remember the moment. I was like, God, I am giving up on my son. I cannot do this anymore. And it breaks my heart because I can't believe,
No, you're human.
as a mother, that I was
Able
going
to say
to, that I
something
even
like that.
said those words, but I was at my breaking point. My
Yeah.
child was breaking. It was 2 years.
You
I
had
had
done
no
so much.
help. No
Yes.
help.
But
And
you kept
nobody-
running into roadblocks.
Yes. And the thing was, not even a half an hour later, my angel called me.
But
and
God.
she opened up the doorway. She explained Michael's whole condition to me better than any doctor ever did.
Who was that woman?
Oh my gosh, why can't I remember
where'd
her
you
name?
meet
Because
her?
you just put me on the spot. She was the president of the Brain Injury Association. She's now down in Florida. She's retired, but Michael and I, we send her pictures and Lois. And
Brain
she's
injury. But
yes.
but there were people there that didn't really put in the
no,
effort.
they just looked at Michael and I like,
But see
You're
her
nuts.
difference.
You're crazy. You have Munchausen. Did they ever tell you that?
no.
No, my mom was told that.
What?
No.
That she has Munchausen.
What is that?
By my so Munchausen by
That was one of
proxy
the
syndrome is
accusations.
being told that Gypsy Rose, right? Her mom made her sick. That's what her mom had.
Oh, okay.
That's what my mother was being told she had by my
On top
father.
of everything else.
When-
Oh my.
So I had
Yeah.
pneumonia when I was like, how old? Like a month, a year? I don't
Even
remember.
you-
10
that?
months old.
And so I had pneumonia in
In
my
the
upper lobes. Thank you. And so my mum was like, she has pneumonia. What can we do? Judge. And my father's like, she never had pneumonia. She never had pneumonia. She's a liar. She's a fucking liar.
So much worse could have happened to her. You could have died from an illness like that.
And then she was like, no, here's the papers that I actually brought to court so you can go screw yourself.
Well,
And then
you
I
were-
could have also broken both of my legs and destroyed my legs entirely because my father was refusing to allow me to have a surgery that I needed because I toe walked, I had myopathy, and there was no way I would have been able to continue living.
I had
if
to go through the courts to try.
So
to
he
get
wanted
them
to
try to help your
allow
child.
her
He wanted
to
a
have
second
her
opinion. He
surgery.
got his second
He
opinion.
got 3
Then he asked for a second opinion.
opinions.
And the court was like, you know what? You can take another second opinion. I'm like, so I actually still have a phone call.
Your relentlessness is amazing.
I still have a phone call recorded from him where I was talking to him and I said, why won't you let me have this surgery? Out of the blue, I wanted to confront him. And he's like, your mother told you to say that, didn't she?
He had the court convinced that she had, what is it, Munchausen's?
Munchausen. My
Munchausen.
Aunt Kathy
They
couldn't
They
pronounce
finally
it,
threw
so she
it
called
out.
it
They were
Mickey
like,
Mouse.
"Yeah, we're not going to go on with that nonsense anymore because anything he said that I was taking her to a doctor excessively. She's saying she has this, isn't. I had the documents saying, "Here's
See,
what the
that's
doctor
another
diagnosed."
I was actually supposed to have Botox
Trauma.
put in my legs, and like the doctor was like, "That's like the last resort," and he's like, "That would never happened. She would have never had Botox." Yes, I was supposed to have Botox put in my legs, sir. Last resort, John.
Was anybody in the court system, anywhere, this is the last thing I'm going to bug
Go
you
ahead.
with, and we probably are going to need to do a part 2. You hit that on the head. Was anybody in the court system, even if they didn't believe everything you said, were they helpful? Was there anybody that was helpful? Because there's a girl here that I want you to meet. She's the one that I got this from. She does amazing, amazing work. She works for Ulster County's court system, and she's so different because she's Latino. She looks like you, though. She doesn't look Latino at all. But she actually has She has a master's.
Wow.
But she genuinely cares about what she does for people that have been abused, domestic violence, and sex trafficked. That she speaks up in court. She's like, I don't care if I lose my job. That's how serious she is about it.
I don't think I ever really
was there
fully
anybody?
had anything like that. I mean, Robin was my second law guardian was decent, but she wasn't like.
She was helpful. She
was
tried.
helpful, but
was she scared, intimidated by all the mess, or was it just that she didn't believe all the? Like, how do you, as a person, as a woman, know that a child, or even
as a lawyer, look at paperwork that this child has been through so much?
There's
actually investigated.
Yeah,
there's actually missing paperwork in my files.
Helen, same thing happened with Helen.
And
did she tell you that too?
No,
yeah.
After.
And so I actually confronted CPS when I was like 13. They came to my house, and I'm like, dudes, y'all did this. Your organization didn't help me do this.
She wrote them a letter.
Those two people, I wrote them a letter in a notebook. Those two people looked me dead in my face and said, but we didn't do that.
That was on the police.
Let me tell you.
That was on the police. Excuse me, I was just saying as your organization as a whole, like, hey, can you listen? Can you maybe fix this so other kids don't go through the same thing that I do? But that wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. I wasn't saying it was your fault. I wasn't saying it was anybody's fault. I'm saying take a look at your organization and fix it. But then you're telling the child, not my fault.
When there's so much emphasis is put on CSWs.
Your voice, the way that you're passionate, speak up, and oh my gosh, you're going to help so many people.
I guess I just got tired of just not saying anything because, like, I was so afraid of my father for so many years because I was like, he told me he would kill me, he told me he would do this and that and the other thing, and like, oh, he's not in jail so he could sue me for defamation, but then he'd have to prove he didn't do it.
When you have an organization like CPS that is meant to help and
they don't.
They're supposed to advocate for kids. Let me just tell you, I got involved with CPS with cases, a couple of cases.
CPS sucks.
as an advocate, where they have CSW, I don't have a CSW.
Not all CPS workers suck, but
right, and I agree with that 100%. But when you have a system that allows something to happen, not just for a year, but from 3 to 13,
I was actually
somebody needs to look at something.
There's something broken somewhere.
So my way of actually rocking the boat a little bit, and I'm probably gonna. I don't care. I said everything else. Is I would go and sit in court. When I was youth bureau director, I had a badge. So just the fact that I sat in court, judges would actually stop, and they'd actually take awareness, and they'd actually what your name was. I wasn't allowed to speak.
No, but you were kind of just there to be like,
my
I'm
presence
listening.
made them think about things that were said in court that day. So after I no longer work for the county, I continue to advocate for people.
I like that,
I still go to court with people. I still go and sit there, and I've done it for Isaiah. I've done it for so many people because I know even a little thing when people hold positions like directors of this. I'm going to just call it out. Director of Human Rights, Director of Social Services, Director of
They have so much power
CPS.
That they can wield that they don't.
Just go sit
in the court.
Like
the bikers against abuse. Like those people don't have anything to do with anything, and they just decide to. I don't,
And some of us are looked at as crazy. Advocacy is not really respected or
I was told that I would. Yeah.
Boots on the ground. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
I was told that I would never be able to talk about it. That like I was abused by the whole institution. I was abused by, literally, I was sex trafficked to cops, firefighters, priests, CPS workers, fucking Marines, Army people, Navy people, etc. Anybody you could think of.
You and other kids who were in that room, in that space that you talked about?
Yes. I remember specifically an instance where I was with my father at my father's house in the basement where the priest had me kneel on a Bible, put a rosary in my mouth, recite Psalm 23, and...
One of my favorite psalms.
I hate it. I can't hear it. My grandmother loved it. It makes me viscerally sick. And then the Noah song, the Floody song, that one I can't hear either because I was forced to recite that multiple times. We actually just watched
my child's Jewish. I'm Christian. It's
I'm not.
All good.
Well,
my kid finally found something to believe in.
Yeah, I lost
again.
my faith for many years because of everything the priests did.
Yeah.
So, Isaiah, I know we got to go. We got 1 minute left. How did a priest get involved? The man that was
who knows? Honestly,
disadvantaging you. Your father brought a priest in to abuse you.
Who even knows? He found anybody and everybody that could abuse me.
He figured he could actually put on his side to make his case
valid.
Yeah,
he didn't really care. Like he didn't. Anybody that
really
was in that circle, he was like, "Oh yeah, no, you can have my kid. Oh, you want it for $50? Sure."
Cool.
I know it was a lot to grasp and to understand. It took a lot of years for a lot of this to come
Like, it
out.
amuses me how much money my father made off of me. Like, he was like 400, 500 pounds, and he had a gastric bypass with the money he made off of me. And now he's like 150. So that's millions.
I cannot believe he's still in the
driving
working
kids
force
around.
with
Yes.
kids.
That happens so much that
makes me.
we need to
He used to work with the public a lot. That's his main job. He was a main care oil worker. He worked at pubs. He worked as a pizza parlor person. Like, he works with the public.
He worked around people. They thought he
works
was a great
with
guy.
kids. Yeah.
I thought he was a great guy.
She thought he was amazing.
Well, because he's an actor, and I would love to know. Not really. I really don't care. But was he ever abused? Because
yes.
Boom. Because people that do that have had that done to them. Most often.
So it was a cycle from my grandfather. My grandfather beat the hell out of my nana, beat the hell out of my father, sexually abused them, and then he continued said cycle.
There it is. Advocate, educate, elevate. If you weren't elevated from this episode, stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself, because something's not right. And if we are not able to rock systems by having episodes like this, we better look at some things. I'm so open because, as she said, not all systems are bad, not all people
Right.
that work
Right,
for
there's
these
some
systems
great
are bad.
people, and I feel so badly for those people that are great.
But cases like this should not happen.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It should never, ever, ever happen.
The fact, like, not just because of me, just because, like, me being like, oh, I was abused, like, it shouldn't happen to anybody.
Anybody.
Like, the fact that it can, this sounds so sick, but I'm glad it happened to me instead of somebody else. So I can be the person instead of another kid having it happen to them.
So Daniela works for Ulster County Court Services. She helps people fill out documentation when you're actually going to refute something that you're actually going through with the legal system. She actually, I had her on my podcast. If you look back at the episodes, you'll see her. Her name, I believe, was listed as McDonald at the time. She's no longer Daniela McDonald. But please, if you have a case and you have confusion, or you don't know how to fill out the forms and you're already going through trauma, ask for the court personnel that actually helps fill out applications. She's in the family court building. Advocate, educate, elevate. You are such a powerhouse. And you are a powerhouse too. Two amazing women. I'm sorry. And Melissa, thank you so much.
Both of you. When we met you at the presentation and stuff that day, I was just like,
blown away.
And as soon as I heard you had a book, I'm like, we gotta buy the book.
And I wrote down Alicia's book, so I have it. Like,
that's because Zay was promoting.
Zay's always promoting.
Zay was that dude. He was like, "Wait, give me that book." He was like,
"Yes, he did."
I was
running
like,
up and down them aisles.
Yes.
You should have gotten paid for that.
And all she was doing was looking all beautiful. She looked.
But
I hear
your
that.
story was amazing. Yeah.
He's like, "Show me the money."
Show me that money.
Show me the money.
Give me my break. Give
Show
me my
me the
half.
money. I
No.
want to see the money.
He showed you the money. He sold your books that night. Are you kidding me? He was going up to people saying,
I know.
He fell on his
And
face
I
almost.
thanked him. I thanked him.
I got
actually
you.
did
Very
trip
grateful.
several
Zay,
times.
I got you. I got you. So thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for being
Thank you for
spending
having
time
us.
with Nina's Bag podcast. You got to come back. I'd love to talk to your therapist and you two again, if that's possible. We're going to be in the building behind this building after starting next week. So please come through. Nina's Bag, advocate, educate, elevate. Melissa, do you want to say anything?
Nope. I'm good.
Is your
This
mind
is
blown from this?
Yes, completely.
Amazing.
The justice system.
I was
I'm
excited
sorry.
about this one. Thank you so much. Thanks, Zaya.